I'm really happy to see you today. I saw why you came in today, but first I just wanted to get to know you a little. So tell me about yourself and what your days look like and what your life is like right now.
Yeah, so right now I am working at a salon. So I love to do hair, but I work a lot of hours. And so I also have 3 kids. And right now I just struggle with my husband because he isn't really there to, he's not working as much as I am. And I just feel like he's not there to help around the house so much. I come home and I find the dishes aren't done and the kids are asking me for food, and it's just,
Yeah, it sounds like you're really busy. You have a lot on your plate right now. I think it's really admirable though that you're putting so much time into it. It sounds like you're just supporting your family in a lot of different ways. So that'd be really hard. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your work? Like, how did you get into that? Because I could never do that.
yeah. So when I was in college, I just was doing something that exercise science, and I didn't love it. I took a lot of science classes, and I just felt like there was really no connection with me in science. And so I always had this dream of doing hair, but my parents always told me that it wasn't a good job and that it wouldn't help me support my family. But I've gotten a promotion at my work, and I feel like I've really just gotten up there, and I work a lot of hours, and I love it. I just love hair and helping people feel better about themselves.
That's awesome. I think that is such a blessing that you have a job that you love, and it just sounds like you're really passionate about it, and it sounds like it's the best way for you to provide for your family. Yeah, so what are your 3 kids' names? You said you have 3 kids, right?
Yeah. So the little girl is Annie. The second one's Tommy, and then we have Josh.
Annie, Tommy, and Josh.
Yeah, love them very much. They're precious babies.
I can tell that you care about them a lot just in the way you talk about them, and I think it's honorable that you came here today. You mentioned earlier your husband and some struggles you were having with him. It sounds hard. I'm sure it'd be really frustrating to have to carry that burden when you already have a lot on your plate. You want to tell me a little bit more about your husband?
Yeah. So he does work a night shift, but I just feel like it's really not. I understand that he needs to sleep and get his rest during the day as well, but he only works about sometimes 5 to 6 hours, and for me, I'm working all day, and the kids, they need their father there, and so whenever I come home and they just either haven't had dinner yet and he's waiting for me, it's very frustrating for me because I come home tired and I just want to go to bed, and the kids haven't been taken care of, and the house is dirty, and it's just, I feel like we lost it a long time ago, because once I caught him cheating, and it almost tore us apart, but I wanted to fix it, and I still want to, but it's just there in my heart. We don't have that love that much anymore.
Man, I'm so sorry about the instance of infidelity that you guys have had in your marriage. I think first of all, it's very admirable that you're here, you want to work on your marriage, and that you made it through that. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, and it's probably really frustrating for you that you feel like you're supporting your family so much and you have so much on your plate, and you're feeling really stressed, and it's probably really hard to come home and you feel like that support isn't there for you at home that you really feel like you need right now.
Yeah, exactly. And I wouldn't say exactly like stress so much is just very, very overwhelming, you know. And definitely is hard on our relationship because I don't know if I want to keep trying. I don't know if I want to divorce him, but I know that, you know, I don't want our relationship to affect my kids and their school. And you know, I know it can be hard for the kids to see their parents go through divorce. So I don't know where I want to take this. But
Yeah, that is understandable. That's a good concern to have. Cindy, I can tell that the way you talk about your kids and even your husband, that you're an amazing mother and wife, and it's not easy, and I just think it's really great what you're doing. I can tell how much you care for your kids, just the fact that you're concerned for their well-being. I can even tell that you care about your husband. I know it sounds like you've had it's been overwhelming, and you've had a hard time in the past couple years. I don't know how long this has all been occurring, but I mean, the fact that you're staying with him and you are supporting him still, I think that's really good. I can tell that you do care for him.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, I feel like it is very hard being a mother of 3, and you know, when your husband isn't there. But yes, I do love him very much. But we'll see. Like, it really just tore me apart. One day, seeing his text messages and knowing he has been cheating on me, and just the way that this could affect the family. I don't know what to do. You know?
Yeah, that would be so hard. And I'm married myself, and I really couldn't imagine the pain and the hurt and the betrayal you're feeling. That would be.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say betrayal so
No?
much, you know. Yeah.
Why is that?
I feel like that's not the word. It's more like I work so much, and you know, he's a good guy. He just he maybe didn't feel me there so much. But I know that he still loves his family. He's a very loving guy.
So you feel like the infidelity that has occurred in your marriage, it wasn't a betrayal of your marriage because you're working a lot? So do you feel like it was justified?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I can blame myself for sure for working a lot. But I guess we both just have to work on it. You know, he's a very loving guy, but it is very frustrating when you have 3 kids and you're by yourself. So I have to also understand that, you know, as his wife, that it can be very hard being at home with 3 kids and doing it all on your own.
Well, I want to start with saying that I admire the care you have for your family and the support you provide, and the willingness you have to work on this marriage. But I will say, I think out of respect for yourself, I don't think that behavior was okay, and I think you're an amazing mom, and that was probably a really hard, traumatic situation. But I think I understand how you might feel like it's justified, but I think that behavior, it's important to recognize that it isn't justified. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. I really do appreciate that. Sometimes it's definitely really hard for me to really see who's right and wrong in this situation. And as much as I love him, you know, you definitely are saying the right things that are making me feel better, for sure.
Yeah, I think the place you're in at your life right now is is a hard one. You're juggling a lot. You have a lot on your plate. I think you're doing the best that you can with all the responsibility and weight you're carrying. But I think it's just great that you're here and wanting to work on those problems.